and we are back with Fire 716 Radio and Fatima Fridays. And we are back at the Buffalo Urban League 10th annual Young Professionals Gala. I said it kind of wrong, but it's okay. We get it. We know we in the building, right? We in the
Right.
building. Okay. So who do I have here today?
Stephen McElwain Jr.
Steven.
So yeah, I'm an educational specialist for CAO. I come up with best practices that I can help implement inside the classroom to kind of help close that achievement gap when teachers are not competent enough as to how to do that. When there's things that transcends into chaos. I'm also an author of 3 books. I am a self-publisher. I did not go through a KDP company. However, my first book is called Unspoken Truths, where I talk about the school to prison pipeline, me being 2% of the population, and how I can give back to my community. One statistic that's standing out to me is that 1 out of every 4 African American males drop out of high school. So I want to close that achievement gap by being an anomaly to society. My second book is called How to Impact Urban Youth. That's also on Amazon Kindle. And also have a third book called Educational Leadership. For those who do not know, I am in a doctoral program at North Central University. And I graduate next August. Thank God.
Oh,
Um,
congratulations.
thank you,
Yes.
appreciate it. And
Excellency.
and yeah, and so my whole ambition in life is just being a man of God and just giving back to my people.
That's
So
wonderful. We appreciate you, Stephen.
appreciate
We
it.
definitely need more strong black men in our communities. That's guiding our younger generation how to be a strong black man. So we appreciate that. And
Go.
are you a member of the Urban League here in Buffalo?
I'm actually not a member of the Buffalo Urban League, but Mark overall has been tremendous as inviting me as a complimentary guest. I spoke on a panel last Friday for the Buffalo Urban League to kind of express my story and what I've been through and just kind of my educational background and what my agenda is. I feel like that God has given me on this planet. So,
Oh, that's wonderful. So you went to school here in Buffalo or no?
yes, so I have a Bachelor of Science from Buffalo State College. I have a master's degree of early childhood education. And yes, and now I'm in a doctoral program for educational leadership.
That's wonderful. So, the education you talked about the prison pipeline.
Yes,
So, unfortunately, we in our community that's a real thing. Unfortunately,
unfortunately.
so how are you in your programs in your educational background? How are you stopping that? How are you preventing that? What are you doing personally to stop that?
Yeah, so I think one thing is just kind of identifying some data that's been kind of keeping us back for quite some time. Another thing is I do a lot of reflexivity on my people and how I can close that achievement gap. So I understand that there's a lot of absentee fathers, there's a lot of broken homes, and there's a lot of high level of incarceration rates. So in order to kind of mitigate that from happening from a peripheral as an educator, I try to change the narrative just by being an anomaly to society and just being really that 2% of the population that's trying to stem away from negativity, but show that you don't always have to be a rapper. You don't always have to be, on the street selling. Like you can actually be in school, you can educate, and you can inspire.
Yeah, and that's wonderful because they need to see strong men like you doing things of this nature, because unfortunately, a lot of our children, they go to school to be football players,
Right, right.
and they think that that's exactly the NBA star, or
Yeah,
now the next TikTok star, which
right.
is not a problem. There's nothing wrong with dreaming, but you have to understand there's a million people out there, and only
Exactly.
10% of that is gonna actually be that star. So education is a key
Hmm.
to everything. It's the bricks that are needed.
Absolutely. And then our ancestors, they did what they had to do just to even allow us to be in the same school as any other
Hmm.
ethnic group. So I think when I look at it from a reflective, standpoint, it's very important to be thankful for where we are today as a people.
Absolutely.
And another thing too is I tell guys, if you play football, basketball, whatever sport that you play, by the time you're done with it or by the time you have an injury, always put God first, but also realize that you can take those same practices and principles that you learned on the field and you can apply it to the classroom and you'll transcend into a great person. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being
oh,
here.
thank you.
I hope that we're gonna see you downstairs partying.
Oh, I'm going
On
to
the
party. I'm
dance,
going to get my groove
we're
on,
gonna see you on the
man.
dance floor. We're gonna see you on the dance floor. I hear about these parties that the Urban League has had in the past, so I'm
Yes.
I'm new to this. So I'm like, I'm ready for the party because Fatima Fridays, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
Hey,
So I'm always ready for a good party, and I'll bet you I'll see you on that dance floor.
absolutely.
Thank you so much, Stevie. You have a wonderful day.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Everybody, this is DMP Speaks coming at you. And
It's not enough to just to dream about your ideas, right? You've got to take action to bring about their creation. Time is passing us by, and that time that we have, and we think we have so much time, we don't have the time like we thought we did 20, 30 years ago. We literally, when we get an idea, we got to make sure this is something that we're supposed to do. It's a part of our purpose. It's a part of our life's work. And we got to be dream creators.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, and Jack, Faith, Hope, Love. We all are facing some type of battle. This time, I decided that I'm fighting back. I just refuse to literally let the battle overpower me, and I want to overpower the battle this time. You have to still go through the battle because I still need to get out of you what I need from you. You can beat it. It's just about knowing to getting into a place of confidence, like, I can beat this. I can get past this. This does not have to consume me. This does not have to... I don't have to wear this on my shoulders at all, truthfully. I can let it go. What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, and Jack, Faith, Hope, Love.
You're locked into the vault with Dante Mount on Fire 716 Radio. Let's go.
This is engaging the youth. No longer is it okay for us to make decisions as to what we feel they should do. We already lived our youth. You know what I mean? So it's time for us to, God gave us two of these and one of these for a reason. We need to listen and watch more than we do a lot of talking. So
you can't, everything is changing, you know what I mean? From everything outside to how we feel and everything, because it's two different worlds we live in, two different generations. So like I definitely get where like it's hard to communicate and hard to come to an agreement on one particular thing because you see it from your eyes,
right,
from your perspective, but I might see it from another perspective. So
Beautiful Boss LLC, where we empower people and encourage them to be the beautiful boss they were created to be. I advocate for abuse victims, mainly abused children. You don't abuse your children. Like, for example, made to go to bed without food to eat, being sexually abused and raped, that's abuse. Yes, there's so many of them. That's the main reason why I wrote this book, guys, because I went through a lot as a child. I was abused very terribly. And it just, God put it on my heart to write this book to advocate for abuse victims.
Hey guys, we're back. Fatima Fridays, Fire 716 Radio, and we're back at the Buffalo.
Buffalo Urban League Young Professionals.
Thank you, Vanna.
You know what?
It is their 10th anniversary gala tonight, and we are celebrating business owners here in Buffalo, New York, and we even had some from the falls. So we appreciate everyone coming. And what is your name?
Tatiana Overall.
Tatiana Overall.
Yes.
Are you related to Mark Overall?
Yes, that's my cousin.
Oh, wonderful! Mark is a friend of our community at Fire 716, and we appreciate him for this opportunity. So, Tatiana, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're a business owner. Tell us a little bit about your business.
So I am 32 years old. I have my own business. It is Clean Natural Beat LLC. I am a makeup artist. I have my own cosmetic line. I have lip glosses and liners. I'm working to expand my cosmetic line to be a bigger brand and actually go into stores such as Sephora, Ulta, and things like that. I did just move into my own location thank you, at 3035 Genesee Street in Cheektowaga. So that's where I'll do makeup, and then I do have a showcase that sells lip gloss and my liners as well.
Okay, y'all hear that? Cheektowaga. Give us the address one more time.
So it's 3035 Genesee Street, Cheektowaga, New York, 14225.
Thank you. So you guys, we love to support our own, of course. So definitely go and support Tatiana so that we can get those lost glosses in Sephora. Okay.
Yeah, so my lip glosses are actually very unique. When you open the lip gloss, it has a light in the inside of the tube, like the top of the tube, and then on the opposite side of the logo, it has a mirror on the opposite side. And I have on lipstick today, so I don't have a lip gloss with me to show.
That's
unfortunately.
I was outside and I said, "Oh my gosh, she's beautiful."
Yes.
And I just went up to her and I started talking. I'm like, and then she gave me a card. I was like, "Oh my god, yes, I've got to interview you!" Like, because you absolutely look amazing.
Thank you.
Your makeup is top tier.
Thank
Okay,
you.
flawless. So, we definitely want to make sure that we are supporting this young, beautiful black lady and supporting all the other business owners here at the gala. So if you know someone, you can tag someone. Definitely support our own because that's the only way that we can grow and keep our money in our communities. Okay. So is there anything else that you want to tell our fans here?
I can't think of anything else. I can give you my website. My website
Yeah, definitely.
is queennaturalbeat.com. I can also be found on Facebook under my name, Tatiana Overall. And then I do have a Facebook business page. If you can go follow it, it's Queen Natural Beat LLC. And then I have an Instagram. It's also Queen Natural Beat.
Okay. And how did you get into beauty? How did this? Because girl, you got it.
I don't know what it is. I've always like playing in makeup and things like that. So like years and years ago, I used to really do eyeshadow up to our eyebrows, looking a mess. I thought that was cute. So then like I just got into it and I liked it. I love it. And I'm I like encouraging people. So I feel like to make a woman enhance her beauty that she already has is very encouraging.
Absolutely. And she did. You did go to school for.
Yes, I did. I did go to the Salon Professional Academy, and I graduated in 2015.
Okay, wonderful. So we will be coming by and get some of them gloss because my lip gloss be popping.
Feel free.
And I definitely want the mirror and the light. I want all that.
You see me over there.
Yes, definitely. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting us, and we're gonna definitely support you. And y'all know what it is. Fatima Fridays. It's what? It's a party. It's a party. It's a party.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, and Jack, Faith, Hope, Love. We all are facing some type of battle. This time, I decided that I'm fighting back. I just refuse to literally let the battle overpower me, and I want to overpower the battle this time. You have to still go through the battle because I still need to get out of you what I need from you. You can beat it. It's just about knowing to getting into a place of confidence, like, I can beat this. I can get past this. This does not have to consume me. This does not have to... I don't have to wear this on my shoulders at all, truthfully. I can let it go. What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, and Jack.
You're locked into the vault with Dante Mound on Fire 716 Radio. Let's go.
This is engaging the youth. No longer is it okay for us to make decisions as to what we feel they should do. We already lived our youth. You know what I mean? So it's time for us to, God gave us two of these and one of these for a reason. We need to listen and watch more than we do a lot of talking. So
you can't, everything is changing, you know what I mean? From everything outside to like how we feel and everything, because it's two different worlds we live in, two different generations. So like I definitely get where like it's hard to communicate and hard to come to an agreement on one particular thing because you see it from your eyes,
right,
from your perspective, but I might see it from another perspective. So
Beautiful Boss LLC, where we empower people and encourage them to be the beautiful boss they were created to be. I advocate for abuse victims, mainly abused children. You don't abuse your children. Like, for example, made to go to bed without food to eat, being sexually abused and raped. That's abuse. Yes, there's so many of them. That's amazing why I wrote this book, guys, because I went through a lot as a child. I was abused very terribly, and it just God put it on my heart to write this book to advocate for abuse victims.
Okay, guys, and we are back. Fatima Fridays. Fire 716 is at the Buffalo Urban League Young Professionals
Yes.
10th annual gala tonight. Okay, it is a mouthful, let me tell you. Okay, but we are having so much fun. We are interviewing some amazing business owners, amazing people all together. And like I said, this is our first time being live anywhere, so on remote. So we are super nervous and excited at the same time. But everybody has just been making us feel so at home,
Yes.
and it's just been amazing. We have another beautiful young lady. Look at
Yes.
this color, guys. Look at
Now,
this color.
Fire 716, you actually might remember who this was. She was one of our guests on the morning show a couple weeks, maybe a couple
Yeah, it was
a couple
like
weeks
like a month ago.
yeah. Yes. So welcome back. And welcome to
having me
Fatima Friday.
again.
Yes.
What is your name?
My name is Dominique Johnson.
Dominique. Okay, so I didn't see you on the morning show. I'm sorry. So you got to tell me all about you. What do you do? What is your business?
So my name is Dominique Johnson. A lot of people know me as Life with Coach Dom. So I am a life coach and a wellness coach. And so I have two businesses. One business is called Coaching for the Culture. So in that business, it's a not for profit, and we really focus on connecting people in our community to wellness and mental health counseling. Like it's just something that I feel like is not talked about. And for me, I really look at mental health as a luxury. And I feel like it's something everybody should experience. Like everybody should experience healing. Everybody should experience like, loving themselves and taking care of themselves and having that outlet. And so I go out and I help people, understand it and then connect to providers.
Absolutely, that's a wonderful thing. Because we all know, unfortunately, with the tragedy that happened in Buffalo last year, how that is going to be in our minds for so long. I noticed, like, even myself going into different Walmart is always busy, is always so many people.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel the anxiety just going into the store now. We were at the Juneteenth festival, and I'm like, wait, it's too many people here. So it
Yeah.
just so it's a thing.
Yeah.
So
It
we
is.
definitely
It is.
need the help to get not get over it, but get through it. You
Yeah, to
understand what
get
I'm
through
saying?
it. Yeah, and to process it. I feel like a lot of times we have experiences and the goal, I think I said before, it's like we're like, oh, I got through it. And now I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
move forward, not realizing like in so many different ways it's still with us, whether or
Yeah.
not we're thinking about it and it's conscious. So it's like we have to talk about it and we have to learn like that's an okay thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. And not just with like unfortunately the Tops massacre, but grief in all angles
Yeah.
because I recently lost someone about a year ago, but it is constantly with me. Like
Yeah.
it's always with me, and by talking to a therapist helped me to see the bigger picture of it all. You know, so mental health is a something that is very needed in our community because unfortunately we carry things from our childhood and
Yeah.
you just don't even remember, it comes back to you and you're like, wow, that affected me 30 years from now.
Yeah, a lot of us are not like for me, I think mental health is important and I think life coaching gives like a different perspective. So there's like the mental health side of it, but it's like the life coaching and the wellness part because there are definitely things that you need to go to a mental health provider to work on and with. But in the reality of it for a lot of people in our community, that's not always like accessible and sometimes there's like a stigma. And so that's why I also provide life coaching and things like that because there's things that you can work with a life coach as far as like setting goals, as far as like some of those other habits that you need to be successful in your life, and those like everyday habits. Check out my book, New Habits Who This, on Amazon.
Okay,
Um,
no
and I'm in the process of finalizing publishing for my second book, which is a collection of poetry. It's called Complex Trauma, and is a book that really talks about traumatic experiences of a little black girl and I've been doing like these focus groups with other women, and it's just been such a healing thing. And it kind of what really led me to kind of what I was talking about outside, which was healing groups and healing retreats. That's something that I'm going to start doing because I feel like we need more areas to come together and to heal. And we don't really realize like how many things we have in common. Our stories are not exactly the same. But me hearing about the things that you went through and thinking about the things that I went through and coming together, it allows for a level of healing that a lot of us don't realize is so powerful. Like we have so much power within us, and I just feel like for me, I feel like my role is I realize like I'm a healer and I like supporting people through their healing journey, and so I really am excited about this new journey.
Because I might be at them groups, so I need some healing.
You should. We're gonna be in Costa Rica in November, y'all.
Costa Rica.
Okay,
So this is what I
it's
was
gonna be a
hearing.
luxury event, y'all. Okay, because I like to do everything very luxurious. Okay, and I think everybody deserves to have that experience. You know, like you should pour into yourself. We constantly pouring and pouring and pouring into everybody else, but we got to take a step back and pour into our own self and our own healing. And I feel like everybody should experience that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I was ear hustling. I ain't gonna lie, and I was listening, and she was telling us about. Well, she was telling her friend, not me, about the Costa Rica trips and other trips. But she said that you said that you're starting right here at home in Buffalo, right?
I said I was not starting in Buffalo.
Oh,
Yes,
that's what you get for ear hustling.
I'm not going to start in Buffalo because I want us to expand our horizons. I want people to know, like, because sometimes you can't heal where you were hurt. So for me, I feel like I had such a healing experience. I went to Puerto Rico recently, and the level of healing that I had, like in the ocean in Puerto Rico, I don't feel like I was able to get to that level of healing here, where I had all of the triggers and I had all of the trauma and I had all of the experiences. And so I had to go somewhere else. I took my stuff with me, and it really allowed me to realize like we are our walking reflection. So the same stuff I was dealing with in Buffalo, I dealt with in Puerto Rico, but I had more of a sense of being able to handle it when I was out there. And so, yeah, I plan on focusing on doing them in other places, but obviously inviting Buffalo and then eventually coming back here and doing retreats as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm coming.
Okay, girl.
I need the healing. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
That was amazing. I didn't know. I was listening, but I wasn't listening good enough. So that was amazing. I can't wait. I need to hear more. You got to come on Fatima Fridays.
Yes.
We got to.
Yes. Right. Yes. She'll be back, y'all.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you know, in Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, DI, wherever we're going, guess what? It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
Today's teenager is tomorrow's potential regular customer. That's what the tobacco industry said about us. But what does it say about them? That they'll do anything to recruit new smokers. Like using menthol flavors to make products smoother and better tasting, so they're easier to start and harder to quit. In other words, menthol is not just a flavor. It's a way for big tobacco to attract and addict us. And there's nothing just about it. Take action at notjustmenthol.org.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, and Jack, Faith, Hope, Love. We all are facing some type of battle. This time, I decided that I'm fighting back. I just refuse to literally let the battle overpower me, and I want to overpower the battle this time. You have to still go through the battle because I still need to get out of you what I need from you. You can beat it. It's just about knowing to getting into a place of confidence, like, I can beat this. I can get past this. This does not have to consume me. This does not have to... I don't have to wear this on my shoulders at all, truthfully. I can let it go. What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, and Jack, Faith, Hope, Love.
You're locked into the vault with Dante Mount on Fire 716 Radio. Let's go.
This is engaging the youth. No longer is it okay for us to make decisions as to what we feel they should do. We already lived our youth. You know what I mean? So it's time for us to, God gave us two of these and one of these for a reason. We need to listen and watch more than we do a lot of talking. So
you can't, everything is changing, you know what I mean? From everything outside to how we feel and everything, because it's two different worlds we live in, two different generations. So like, I definitely get where like it's hard to communicate and hard to come to an agreement on one particular thing, because you see it from your eyes,
right,
from your perspective, but I might see it from another perspective. So
At the bottom, look at the bottom.
LLC, where we empower people and encourage them to be the beautiful boss they were created to be. I advocate for abuse victims, mainly abused children. You don't abuse your children. Like, for example, made to go to bed without food to eat, being sexually abused and raped. That's abuse. Yes, there's so many of them. That's the main reason why I wrote this book, guys, because I went through a lot as a child. You know, I was abused very terribly. And it just, God put it on my heart to write this book to advocate for abuse victims.
Hey, greetings. It's your boy Big Frank. What it is from Fire 716 Radio is going down. Y'all know what we do. It's Fatima Friday. We're here at the Buffalo Urban Gala of Young Professionals. Oh, come on, it's in there. It's going down. Yeah, it's going down. It's definitely a vibe. Valid. And I'm here with a good friend of mine, Joy. How are you today?
So grateful to be here. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
So just real quick, let us know what you got going on, what you're working on, who you are, a little bit about yourself. Talk about it.
A little bit about myself. So, where do I begin? Oh my goodness, there's so many things I could say.
Yeah.
A mom of two wonderful boys,
Yes.
which hi Jai and Lathan, I love you, party people.
Aw.
I'm a mom of two wonderful boys. I'm in the middle of football season, so yeah, I got a lot going on. I was the founder, of I Hear You Sis. It was a support group in Niagara Falls for mentally and emotionally abused women. I myself had been I'll say a conqueror of that type of abuse, plus church abuse. But we ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna call no pastors, no churches or nothing. But God bless y'all over there. But I honestly put it on pause so I could look for additional community spaces to hold the meetings, as I would love to continue to be a support to multiple women, because I know how hard it is and how lonely it is to go through the healing process. And people often forget that Jesus is still a healer.
Yes.
Not sage, not chakras, not yoga, but Jesus. That's another conversation. I'm at a gala. I'm not here to preach, but glory be to Jesus for all his healing power.
Yes. So I've been to a few events. I seen you out there. Do you have a business that you wanted to talk about?
Not yet. Jesus is working on it.
I know, valid. Joy and I have been friends for a long time, and I think that I was just having a conversation with her that, you know, trying to open up the Fire 716 space as a venue to help push the goal and objectives. So we'll talk more about that. Thank you for coming and being a part of us and allowing us to interview you. Absolutely. Listen, y'all know what it is. It's Fatima Friday. It's a what? It's a party.
It's a party. It's a party.
Beautiful Boss LLC, where we empower people and encourage them to be the beautiful boss they were created to be. I advocate for abuse victims, mainly abused children. You don't abuse your children. Like, for example, made to go to bed without food to eat, being sexually abused and raped. That's abuse. Yes, there's so many of them. That's the main reason why I wrote this book, guys, because I went through a lot as a child. You know, I was abused very terribly. And it just, God put it on my heart to write this book to advocate for abuse victims.
You're locked into the vault with Dante Mound on Fire 716 Radio. Let's go.
This is engaging the youth. No longer is it okay for us to make decisions as to what we feel they should do. We already lived our youth. You know what I mean? So it's time for us to, you know, God gave us two of these and one of these for a reason. We need to listen and watch more than we do a lot of talking. So
you can't, everything is changing, you know what I mean? From everything outside to how we feel and everything, because it's two different worlds we live in, two different generations. So like I definitely get where like it's hard to communicate and hard to come to an agreement on one particular thing, because you see it from your eyes, from your perspective, but I might see it from another perspective. So
Everybody, this is DMP Speaks coming at you.
It's not enough to just dream about your ideas, right? You've got to take action to bring about their creation. Time is passing us by, and that time that we have, and we think we have so much time, we don't have the time like we thought we did 20, 30 years ago. We literally, when we get an idea, we got to make sure this is something that we're supposed to do. It's a part of our purpose. It's a part of our life's work. And we got to be creators.
Fire 716 Radio, boy, Big Frank. You're locked in a Big Frank. Not in the morning because I'm so happy to say that. But we're here with Fatima. It's Fatima Fridays. It's a
party. It's a party. It's a party.
And we're here at the Buffalo Urban League of Young Professionals. We've been here interviewing individuals and just having a great conversation. I wanted, number one, just commend you both just for your professionalism, okay, and being willing to do this. I'm going to do this for you guys real quick because forgive me for who I am. At this time, we have a young man coming who I know very well from my childhood. His name is Darnell Haywood. We're going to come and interview him at this time. He has a great initiative as it pertains to banking in Niagara Falls. I know I threw you under the bus, but ride it.
We're looking at the camera? Oh. What? We starting again? Oh, this is live too, isn't it? Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm definitely honored to be in your presence. Thank you, of course, for attending the gala tonight. So not only do I work for Bank on Buffalo, but I am the immediate past chair of treasurer for the Buffalo Urban League Young Professionals as well.
Wow.
As well as I am a current member of the Urban League Young Professionals. But you brought me here also about Bank on Buffalo, which is my employer. So thanks for having me. A bus. It is. It is. Definitely. We do. We do.
When you can't get to the bank can come to you.
That's true. So we started, I'll say Bank on Buffalo itself, we started back in 2006, but we're part of a large organization that started in 1865. So basically, Bank on Buffalo is local here. Decisions are made here, and we have local talent here. So you talk about Bank on Wheels. Bank on Wheels is an initiative. It's a 34-foot chassis that brings banking services to underbanked and underserved areas.
Wow.
And it's basically works as a branch. So you can open up an account, you can apply for a mortgage, anything that you can do at a typical bank, you can do on this unit. So ATM and everything on here. Credit card, everything that you can, everything, cash a check, everything can be done on there. And it's just great to, one, be able to provide that service to all. I love the area that we are in Niagara Falls. That was one area that I wanted to choose. That I decided to go was at the Doris Jones Community Family Resource Center, and just meeting everyone there, the local residents there, the board of the resource center as well. They've been a great support with us at Bank of Buffalo as well.
Guys, get out to Bank on Buffalo.
Please.
Listen, we are from the Niagara Falls area, and I ain't never in my life seen a bank that came to us. I'm
Yeah.
So,
yes.
You know, I commend you.
Thank you. Thank you.
For doing that for us.
Thank you.
We are intimidated by
Yes.
going into a bank.
And you know, it's interesting. You definitely interesting. You said that. Real plug, real quick. Mondays 9 to 1, but the times may be changing to help those that get off of work or are at work during those hours. But the one thing that we did an open house a few weeks ago, and the biggest thing that I got was we don't trust banks.
Yes.
And the one thing that me personally, as a mission, my mission is to put that trust within the community. I mean, banks are your friends. We're there to help you build up credit. You want to own a home. If you don't have credit, you can't really own a home. So it's different things like that that we just want to bring into the community just to help and to uplift those who don't think they can trust us, but we're there for them.
Yes.
So I am a little older than most of the people in the room. And I remember my grandmother putting her money, you know, under the mattress.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And you just think like, you know, that's a way of the past.
Yes, definitely.
Banks are guaranteed for like 100 million something of that.
So FDIC secured, 250,000 per account. There's ways you can get more of that depending on how you title your account. So there's different ways that if you have that amount of money in the bank, that you can be protected and not be scared of it. So
So
Okay.
that is a great way to secure your money. Banks are that. Another thing in our neighborhood, home ownership is a big thing in our neighborhood.
Right.
We are now learning. I just bought a home about 2 years ago. So we're learning how to be homeowners.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not something that we were really taught in high school. Our
Yeah.
parents didn't know
Yeah.
because they about didn't own no home.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, our grandparents might have owned a home. You know, so now it's something that we are being taught, and banks like you who are coming out to the community. You know, if they have questions, they can come in and talk to
Definitely.
someone
Definitely.
about home ownership. And I
And,
think that's
and
really
one other thing that I think of when I think of home ownership, especially within Niagara Falls. So I also serve on the regional board for NeighborWorks Community Partners on 16th Street, and they have an initiative for any first-time homeowners within Niagara Falls.
Mhm.
You have no closing costs or down payments
Oh,
as long
wow.
as you go through a program, different programs and different classes.
Mhm.
And I think, and I'll even say from a board member standpoint, that we haven't done enough on our end to let residents know that that program is out there. But then also us as a community, we don't go and look for those initiatives or those programs to jumpstart. And sometimes looking for that extra handout, but instead doing the research ourselves
So
to see
yeah,
what's out there.
right.
So
Yeah.
that is an awesome program. And quick plug for that too. To just within the Niagara Falls region, if you're looking to own a home, NeighborWorks Community Partners is definitely there on 16th Street.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Darnell. It was wonderful talking to
Of
you. You had a
course.
lot of information
Definitely.
that was said here. So I guess I'm hoping you guys learned something in this interview right here because these are the people that you want. They're coming to you.
Yes.
You just got to cross the street. You know.
That's true.
So make them feel welcome. Number one. Number two, get the information that you need because it's out there. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
both. I hope you enjoyed your time here and look forward to seeing you at the next gala.
Yes.
Tell me about the party. Hold up. Is there a party after this event?
You know,
I need to know.
I don't know. Nobody told me about a party, but we can always we at Buff State. This is the party capital, so we can always start. We can start a party here.
It's a party.
It's a party. It's a party.
Thank you.
You're locked into the vault with Dante Mound on Fire 716 Radio. Let's go.
This is engaging the youth. No longer is it okay for us to make decisions as to what we feel they should do. We already lived our youth. You know what I mean? So it's time for us to, God gave us two of these and one of these for a reason. We need to listen and watch more than we do a lot of talking. So
You can't. Everything is changing. You know what I mean? From everything outside to like how we feel and everything, because it's two different worlds we live in, two different generations. So like I definitely get where like it's hard to communicate and hard to come to an agreement on one particular thing because you see it from your eyes,
Right.
from your perspective, but I might see it from another perspective. So.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank, my homegirl D Money Mac. Y'all don't even know like that. Come on, D. It's just what it is. Havana White today. We tapped into the Buffalo Urban League Young Professionals. And here we have a young man who happened to meet downstairs. He said the name Niagara Falls, period, and that was enough for me. Okay, because that's what we're here to do. So with us we have, I believe it is Chef Elisha. Come on, tell us about yourself, what you got going on. Good.
Chef Ali. I go by the name Chef Ali, but my name's Elisha Ali. That's what my father named me. But yes, I've been a chef for over 22 years now. I started in the industry at the age of 15 professionally. I'm 36 years young now, and I've been making some noise here on Western New York.
Good stuff.
I actually worked with Chef Bobby Anderson with a re-entry program with the prison systems out in Niagara County, as well as some of the schools out in Buffalo, as well as in Niagara Falls. And then I have my own business called CEO Kitchen,
Yeah.
creating experiences overall. We don't just cook food, we create experiences. So, so I just been doing that and working with a lot of different people, man, meeting a lot of people like yourself,
The Valley, absolutely.
and working with people like Mark, BNMC. Shout out to Jerry Daher, one of the co-founders of the IC Success Program, which is an accelerator program that I actually went through, which actually brought me into this group of
Oh,
power couple
sweet,
for
sweet.
entrepreneurship. You know,
Valid.
I'm born and raised on the east side of Buffalo, man. So cooking actually saved me. It changed my life, you know. And I like to tell the kids that, you know, to home in on something that's different, something that can get you away from all the trouble because I put down the guns and the drugs and I pick up a spatula and a frying
Oh
pan.
wow,
And
wow.
it kept me out of jail and it stopped me
Valid.
from being a statistic.
No, valid. No, now that was that. No, Val, for several reasons, because I think that to hear your story in more detail, I would love to. So I'm gonna reach out to you, have you come on the radio station as well. But to know that you can really make those adjustments in your life and to be in the impact that the Urban League has had to your life, it's just a blessing and an asset, 100%. And I just commend you. So where you cooking at right now?
Right now, I have my own business, CEO Kitchen. So I'm a personal chef. I actually was a part of Restaurant Week. Shout out to Mark for hooking that up
Yeah.
for me. You know, he actually put me in ads, put me on the news. I was getting calls from family members. Like,
Come
he
on.
was just in the news. I actually had no clue about it. I really was like unaware of being a part of it because I forgot because I was just
Yeah.
so busy. And when I met him, I was actually working at an event and he asked me to fill out an application. I brought it back to him the next day. He had to call me and remind me, like, hey man, you know I got you in the ads, I got you in the book. He's like, man, you owe me that $50. And I was like, man, I gotta meet up with you. I forgot all about it, brother. I've been so busy, man. And it was great. It was
Yeah, good
wonderful.
stuff. Good stuff.
It was wonderful, man. It just took my business to a whole nother level, you know.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm actually working on getting my own food trailer.
Let's go.
So
Good
what I
stuff.
want to do with that is I want to create my own reentry program so that I can hire inmates and we can help feed the homeless as well as hire kids so that I can create my own program and teach kids higher skills through food.
No, valid. Absolutely. Listen, make sure you check out Chef Ali, right?
Yeah, Chef Ali.
Chef CEO.
CEO Kitchen.
Listen.
All on social media.
Valid.
I'm also a part of a competition, favorite chef competition.
Let's go.
It's actually sponsored by Chef Carla Hall. And right now, I just went through the first round of the top 20.
Let's go.
I'm in 13th place right now. So the next top 15 ends voting ends on the 29th.
Let's go.
And then I'll go into the top 10. And then after that, I'll go into the top 5. So I'm pushing right now for all my voters, followers, family, and friends.
Push voters, followers, families, and friends.
To vote for me daily because you can vote daily for free through Facebook verification, or you can pay for champion votes anywhere from $10 to $250.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm looking for as much support and that I can get
No.
so that I can take that prize home. It's a $25,000 prize. I'll get a 2-page write up in a magazine. And what I'm going to do with that money, like I said, I want to put it towards my food trailer,
Yeah.
so that I can create jobs for a reentry program for inmates and for high school kids, or just kids in general from ages 15 to 19 that's looking for work. So I can teach them those skills.
Let's go.
And they can change their life like I did.
Sweet.
Save.
So make sure you guys support Chef Ali. This video will be up and posted. But listen, it's going down. Y'all know what it is, y'all. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. He's going down. Let's go.
Beautiful Boss LLC. Beautiful Boss LLC. Beautiful Boss LLC, where we empower people and encourage them to be the beautiful boss they were created to be. I advocate for abuse victims, mainly abused children. You don't abuse your children. Like, for example, made to go to bed without food to eat, being sexually abused and raped, that's abuse. Yes, there's so many of them. That's the reason why I wrote this book, guys, because I went through a lot as a child. You know, I was abused very terribly. And it just, God put it on my heart to write this book to advocate for abuse victims.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, and Jack Faith Hope Love. We all are facing some type of battle. This time, I decided that I'm fighting back. I just refuse to literally let the battle overpower me, and I want to overpower the battle this time. You have to still go through the battle because I still need to get out of you what I need from you. You can beat it. It's just about knowing to getting into a place of confidence, like, I can beat this. I can get past this. This does not have to consume me. This does not have to... I don't have to wear this on my shoulders at all, truthfully. I can let it go. What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, and Jack Faith Hope Love.
Fire 716 Radio Boy Big Frank, man. What it is, greetings. We are at the Buffalo Urban League Gala of Young Professionals. Okay,
Yes.
He did it right. A friend of mine who always has me going to jail is here, and I was having a conversation, and she was just taking notes and recording, and I was just like, She's oh, I'm a lawyer. Oh, you somebody. Okay. So give us your name. Let us know who you are. Tell us about yourself and what you got going on.
Oh, sorry. So sorry. Hi, I'm Glenada Mercado Garlock. I'm currently a 3L at the University of Buffalo School of Law. So I'll be a fully barred lawyer hopefully next year. Right now, I practice eviction defense, and I do a lot of community organizing, especially protesting the new jail.
Oh wow, wow. Now the lawyers hit different. 2023. Okay. Period. Okay. Okay. We together. Okay. Face on. Done. No, I appreciate you. Are you a part of the Urban League? Are you a member?
I like to consider myself an honorary
Listen,
member.
listen. You keep buying tickets. You keep showing up. Honorary. We give it.
I work with Mark a lot in making
sweet.
sure that the law school is connected with.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I met Mark a couple times, but he was recently on the radio station with Fatima. She has a show called Fatima Fridays, and she does a great job. A great dialogue, great conversation. I'm excited just for what the Urban League does, the young professionals do, and the goal is to really be a part of that. So, I might have to call you for some law advice. I don't know. Listen, I only got $2 in the dream. Okay, don't expect much out of me. But listen, is there anything you want to promote that you got going on, or you just like listen, holler at me when you holler at me?
So, Buffalo is my home, and it always will be my home. I think that we have such an amazing community with amazing people, and just really amazing potential. I just ask that everyone listening just gets a little bit more involved. I think it makes the job for people like me so much easier if everybody just does small things that affects them. We have no control over really the politics of our nation, but we do have control over what's happening in our county, what's happening in our city. And there's a lot of things that are happening that don't necessarily require action, but it just requires voicing your opinion that we will not stand for our communities being gentrified. We will not stand for mass incarceration of our people. We will not stand for our rent prices being comparable to New York City prices because that's not where we live and our salaries are not compared to that. So I just ask that everybody just gets a little involved and look for my face because wherever I am, I will have a task for you to do if you need one.
So, listen, we appreciate you. Let's support her on all that she does to take her words of wisdom that she just released. Listen, we got one more interview to go. Stay with us. It's going down. Fire 716. Big Frank. D Money Mac is going down. It's a party. It's a party. It's a
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, and Jack Faith Hope Love. We all are facing some type of battle. This time, I decided that I'm fighting back. I just refuse to literally let the battle overpower me, and I want to overpower the battle this time. You have to still go through the battle because I still need to get out of you what I need from you. You can beat it. It's just about knowing to getting into a place of confidence, like, I can beat this. I can get past this. This does not have to consume me. This does not have to... I don't have to wear this on my shoulders at all, truthfully. I can let it go. What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, and Jack Faith Hope.
Because partnership is a good thing.
Beautiful Boss LLC, where we empower people and encourage them to be the beautiful boss they were created to be. I advocate for abuse victims, mainly abused children. You don't abuse your children. Like, for example, made to go to bed without food to eat, being sexually abused and raped, that's abuse. Yes, there's so many of them. That's the amazing why I wrote this book, guys, because I went through a lot as a child. I was abused very terribly. And it just, God put it on my heart to write this book to advocate for abuse victims.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked into not Big Frank in the morning. These are just habits that I have. It's going down for Fatima Fridays here at the Buffalo Urban League Gala of young professionals. I said I know, but it's going down, and we're having a great conversation. We have great interviews, and a friend of mine who I've seen her perform so many times, and she's here with her husband, a great support system. Just tell us a little bit about yourselves, and give us your name and just what you guys do, and let us know what's going on.
All right, I am Fragrance.
I'm Juan.
And we do perform as artists, and we perform under the title of Fragrance of Yah.
Yes.
At one point, we were performing under Fragrance and Juan Cosmic Energy Melodic Love Therapy. So we do have albums under both artists' names. We have 5 albums out.
Wow,
so take time to go to our website, fragranceofyah.com, and check out those albums, or on all streaming platforms. These days, we are doing some performances together and some performances with a few other groups. My
Oh, sweet.
sisters have a band called Intuition 716.
Oh, wow.
So I'm performing with them at the Pine Grill reunion this
That's
year,
awesome. That's
August
awesome.
13th. But Juan and I will be performing with the Life Band at the American Skate Festival that's coming up in August. Also, that's
Really?
August 18th to the 20th, and that's sponsored by the 716 Rollers, which we happen to be members
Okay,
of.
okay. Now
Yes.
my feet too big to roll. Right now, the only spot that had my size in shoes, I was in Detroit once and it had a size 17.
Oh,
so yeah, but outside of that, we've been out of luck. You had a good time.
Yeah.
But you know what? I skate different. Now my feet might go 1-2, but my top half is groove. But definitely, I've seen you guys just put in so much work and energy and effort just over the years at different events in Buffalo. It was great to see you at Juneteenth in Niagara Falls. I want to really say thank you for coming out because it meant a lot because that was only our second one that we ever had celebration.
Yeah.
And for you to come out and to give that level of love and fragrance for real was such a asset and a blessing just to the community. We appreciate that.
Well,
Them high
thank
notes.
you.
I said
Yeah.
you got it. You
It's
got it.
my
Got it.
honor.
So you let us know what you got going on, what you got coming up. Any messages you want to get to the people before we get ready to break out? You the last one for the night.
Oh, yeah.
Because we going to.
So we always give a message of love. You know, every song that I write is about some type of love. I always say you start with self-love. I know people always think you start with God love, but you can't even love God if you don't love yourself. God made us.
Yeah.
You know, and if I don't love the God in me, then how do I love God outside of me?
Come on.
Right? And then after you get to that part, after you outside of yourself, you got to love your family, you got to love your community, love your city, love your county, love your state, and love the world.
Come on.
So we just got to give some more love. That's the one thing that we need in this world, right? I'm a survivor of 514.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was present that day. Myself and my oldest daughter was
wow.
also there in the store that day. And, you know, since my life was spared, like literally God picked me up off the floor. I have no idea how I got up. And I am here with you today. I have nothing else to talk about but love.
For sure, for sure.
Okay?
And with that, listen, we thank you guys for tuning in and being present with us here at the the Buffalo Vicky funeral. Listen, we thank you guys for being a part of the Buffalo Urban League of Young Professionals here in the city of Buffalo. We're looking to bridge the gap between Niagara Falls and Buffalo and do something great, a great asset. Thank you guys for tuning in and being a part. And you know, every Friday is Fatima Fridays. Tap in, tap in, tap in from 10 to 12. It's a what? It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.